British military aircraft rapidly supplying weapons to Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
British C-17 transport aircraft are currently moving light anti-armor weapons into Ukraine in light of increasingly threatening behavior from Russia. I can today confirm to the House that, in light of the increasingly threatening behavior from Russia, and in addition to our current support, the UK is providing a new security assistance package to increase Ukraine's defensive capabilities. We have taken the decision to supply Ukraine with light, anti-armor, defensive weapon systems. A small number of UK personnel will also provide early-stage training for a short period of time, within the framework of Operation Orbital, before then returning to the United Kingdom. This security assistance package complements the training and capabilities that Ukraine already has, and those that are also being provided by the UK and other allies in Europe and the United States. Ukraine has every right to defend its borders, and this new package of aid further enhances its ability to do so. Let me be clear. This support is for short-range, and clearly defensive weapons capabilities. They are not strategic weapons and pose no threat to Russia. They are to use in self-defense, and the UK personnel providing the early-stage training will return to the United Kingdom after completing it.
This post received a score of 45,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Well, Putin used chemical weapons to kill people in the UK. So fuck yeah, arm the Ukrainians.
Allegedly. And by allegedly I mean yes. Yes, he did do that.
I'd be careful or you might find you've accidentally locked yourself into a duffel bag and died.
Hawks was found dead in his hotel room. Hawks was shot in the back 6 times and then hung from the ceiling. Russian authorities say there are no signs of foul play and are ruling the death a suicide.
Hawks was found dead after committing suicide by jumping from a second-floor balcony. A bystander then shot him in the head for landing on his vodka.
This actually sounds plausible in Russia. LMAO.
Hello, I am bystander from Suicide Indecent. This is what happened to Hawks. I pick up his cell phone and make this comment.
Thread reminds me of that old quote. Carl Sandburg's famous line from his poem The People. Yes, this was published 18 years after World War I, while the Spanish Civil War was happening and already the rumblings of World War II were being felt. I'm not as poetically minded as many other people here, but it reflected how society felt at the time. Societies were completely crushed, starved, burned, murdered from afar. When put into that context, the idea that war is so bad and the people who perpetrate it so insulated from it compared to the average person, that the idea of more war, more pain and more slaughter could cause the soldiers to just not come.
Makes me think of that Christmas Day soccer match between British and German soldiers in the early days of World War I. If I remember correctly, the higher-ups on both sides lost their shit and put a stop to it. Because, Queen Victoria's grandkids were having a squabble, and it was their job to kill one another, not play soccer.
Exactly. The horrible irony of war is that the people who were actually killing each other aren't all that different. Just young men who like sports, celebrate the holidays, and want to serve their country.
The common people pray for rain, healthy children, and a summer that never ends, Sir Joe told her. It is no matter to them if the High Lords play their Game of Thrones, so long as they are left in peace.
Light, anti-armor, defensive weapons, so maybe rocket launchers or anti-tank guided missiles.
Definitely large numbers of anti-tank guided missiles.
We, the US and UK, should be supplying Ukraine with as many Javelins and Starstreaks as humanly possible. It looks like training can be done in about 2 weeks. The US has already shipped Ukraine Javelins with it looks like there were, as well. I would assume the British are shipping there, which is smaller and even simpler to use than the Javelin. Both would be a major problem for any Russian armored vehicles all the way up to main battle tanks. I would wager this really pisses the Russians off, as by now I would think many Ukrainian units have been trained and equipped with anti-tank weaponry, and I hope it's one more thing that makes them deciding to invade again isn't worth it.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.